Brought to you by Narrative Niche. Created and produced by Twisted Wicked Animations. Written by Jason Douglas Kurtz. Skol Dread Inn. Tears of Fire. The North Sea was silent. Not calm, never calm, but silent in the way a graveyard is silent after the dirt settles over the coffin. Mist rolled low across the black water, swallowing moonlight and muting the creak of longships drifting without banners. Somewhere in that endless fog, men whispered prayers to gods they no longer trusted. Because Skol Dread was hunting again. No one knew his true name anymore. Some said he had once been a Viking king betrayed by his own blood. Others claimed he had drowned beneath a mountain of gold after raiding a cursed monastery along the Scottish coast. The oldest stories insisted he was never human at all, but a punishment sent by forgotten gods to remind mankind that greed was eternal. Whatever the truth, one fact remained. If you saw Skol Dread beneath open sky, you were already dead. He moved through darkness like spilled smoke. No footsteps, no breath, no sound but the scrape of his rusted axe against wood. Villages woke to slaughter without ever hearing their doors open. Entire crews vanished from ships anchored merely yards away from one another. Bodies were found stacked like driftwood, eyes frozen wide with terror, mouths stretched open in silent screams. And always, always the treasure was gone. Gold chalices, silver rings, pearls, weapons, coins, anything valuable disappeared into the night alongside the phantom Viking. Yet no one had ever seen him spend a single piece. That was the torment that gnawed endlessly inside him. Each night, Skol Dread drifted from the sea mist toward another doomed shore, his ghostly form half-transparent beneath the stars. His fingers passed through rain, his boots barely touched the earth. Ravens sometimes flew through his body by accident, shrieking as though they had collided with death itself. But the moment he stepped into firelight, a tavern, a church, a candlelit home, his flesh returned. Suddenly he became solid, human. And every single time he hated it. Because in those moments he remembered what it felt like to breathe, to hunger, to want, to live. It was cruel. The living feared death, but Skol Dread feared life. One winter night he entered a fishing village buried beneath heavy snow near the fjords of Norway. The people there had heard rumors of him for years, but rumors became meaningless once the screaming started. He slaughtered 3 guards before they even drew steel. An old priest lost his head trying to ring the church bell. A mother burned alive protecting her children inside a cottage Skol Dread set ablaze with a tossed lantern. Blood painted the snow black, and still he kept searching. Gold, jewels, anything, everything. By midnight, he stood alone inside the village chieftain's longhouse, surrounded by mountains of stolen treasure. Candles flickered against polished silver goblets, and ruby-studded necklaces piled at his boots. For a moment, he simply stared. Then came the familiar emptiness. "What am I doing?" he whispered. His voice sounded wrong, like 2 people speaking at once, one human, one dead. He lifted a golden crown from the pile and turned it in his hands. The metal passed halfway through his fingers before becoming solid again beneath the torchlight. "If I am spirit," he muttered, "what need have I for treasure?" No answer came, only the crackling of flames outside. Skol Dread sank onto the chieftain's throne, surrounded by wealth stolen across decades of murder and terror. Enough riches to buy kingdoms, enough to feed nations, yet he could touch none of it once dawn came. By sunrise, he would return to mist, to shadow, to hunger without stomach, greed without purpose, existence without life. That was the true curse, not death, not immortality, meaninglessness. Outside, surviving villagers gathered in fear, clutching torches and axes. They knew entering the longhouse meant certain death. Still, one young boy stepped forward, no older than 12. His father's blood stained the child's face. "You killed everyone," the boy said shakily. Skol Dread looked up slowly. The child should have fled. Instead, he stared directly into the spirit's ember eyes. "Why?" the boy asked. For the first time in centuries, Skol Dread had no answer. The ghostly Viking rose from the throne, towering over the trembling child. Firelight flickered across his human face. Then the boy noticed something impossible. Tears, but they were tears of fire, streaming red hot down Skol Dread's cheeks. The spirit looked toward the treasure one final time before turning away. Without a word, he walked through the rear wall of the longhouse and vanished into the blizzard beyond. By morning, every piece of stolen treasure remained behind, but Skol Dread did not. And far out upon the freezing sea, hidden inside rolling black fog, the villagers later swore they heard a sound carried across the water. Not laughter, not rage, but the broken sobbing of something that no longer remembered whether it was man or monster. The end. Collect the trading cards. Just go to narrativeniche.com. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.